Hello guys, this is Dr. Schwertner coming to you to answer some questions for our Wildlife and Natural Resources students. Like I said, I do the other night at the Wildlife Society meeting. I got my first question today, and that is from Naya Marquez. I hope I pronounced your first name right. Naya is a sophomore wildlife major at Tarleton, and she has some questions about getting internships and experience. So Naya writes, I had a few questions about internships and research. I'm still figuring out what I want to do in the wildlife field, and I'm looking to start gaining connections and experience that could put me a step ahead when getting into a future career. So she wonders, where's a good starting point to look for internships? Also, if she wants to volunteer with wildlife related activities, how could she do that? And finally, she's interested in helping out graduate students with their research, and how might she get involved with that? Those are three great avenues for experience, Naya, and so it's great that you're looking toward those kind of things as a sophomore. As far as paid internships and summer internships, sometimes the faculty or professors will get word, maybe somebody will email them saying that there's an internship available. When we do see that, we'll generally email that to everybody. Surprisingly enough, we don't get that many of those. So generally, most of our students find their own internships, and a really good place to go look for those internships are internet job boards. One of the best for wildlife jobs is the Texas A&M Department of Wildlife job board, and they have on that job board not only A&M jobs but jobs from all over the country, everything from volunteer opportunities all the way up to paid internships and to career opportunities. So I'd strongly suggest you start there. To find that, if you'll just Google Texas A&M Wildlife Job Board, it'll take you right to it. And they usually update that sometimes every day, at least every day or two. You'll see new jobs and things coming up. So go ahead and take a look at that. And if there's nothing that interests you today, go back next week and just keep going back. All kinds of good opportunities on that. The Wildlife Society, also the national chapter out of Maryland, also operates a job board that you can Google. So if you'll just look up wildlife job boards or environmental job boards, it's a great place to find internships. Also, as I mentioned, lots of volunteer activities are available there too. So if you're looking for that kind of volunteer internship. Now, as far as an internship, or rather a volunteer opportunity here on campus that will help you in your wildlife career, great place to start is with the Wildlife Society itself, with the student chapter. Reach out to one of those officers, and they always have projects and things going on they can always use a little help with, whether it's Tarleton Outdoors or something like that. So there's a great way to get involved, get a little volunteer experience. You can also reach out directly to your professors, and I know this can be a little intimidating, but that's the best thing to do, is to talk to your professors, talk to your wildlife professors, and say, do you have any opportunities for me to volunteer in your lab or with one of your projects? If you haven't had many wildlife professors yet, you will. You'll have Dr. Cafley for ecology. You'll have me for principles of wildlife, Dr. Mathewson, Dr. Breeden, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Murray. All of these folks have projects, and a lot of them can use volunteers. So I would just talk to them about volunteering, maybe even volunteering with their graduate students on their research projects. And that might even turn into an undergraduate research project if you're interested in that. So whatever you want to do here in the department, the number one thing you can do is reach out and get to know your professors and the graduate students, the graduate assistants who maybe are helping in the labs. I know it's intimidating. You arrive at college and it's hard to get to know folks, and then you've got your professors. But trust me, our job is to help you. That's what we get paid for. If it wasn't for the students, we wouldn't have a reason to be here. We wouldn't have a job. And not only that, we can use the help. We can use the volunteers. So please reach out to those professors. I promise they will appreciate that. They'll appreciate getting to know you, and that's how you locate these kind of opportunities. Best way to do it is just become engaged. So great question. I hope that helped everybody out here watching this. I'll also add one more thing. Naya is writing in as a sophomore, and that's great that at this stage in your second year you're looking for opportunities. It's never too early to start looking for volunteer opportunities, looking for internships, but it's never too late either. So if you find yourself a junior or a senior and you don't have much experience, don't give up. start looking for those internships now. A lot of us had that happen when we were undergraduates. You know, your first couple of years, you're just trying to get your feet under you, and then before you know it, you're almost out of college. That's okay. It's never too late to do a good internship or volunteer with a grad student or a professor. So get out there and make those contacts, and I promise you, you'll be happy you did. So I hope this answered your question, Naya. If anybody else has any questions, as I've said before, just email me at schwertner@tarleton.edu. I'm on the departmental website, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. So y'all have a great week. See you next time.